Hey there, how's everyone doing tonight? Or this morning, or this afternoon, based on where you're at right now. This is Jess here, aka Annie Freak, but you already knew that because you're on my page. Figured I would drop in, give everybody an update, see how everyone's doing, give you guys a word up on what's going on over with us. Just had tryouts 2 weeks ago, and now we're here to have another batch of tryouts, and we really want to bring people out to do that. We're a great community and stuff, and we do a lot of great things, so if you don't know who we are, come check us out, get to know us over at dm8x.com, and hit our forums. We're all pretty friendly. None of us bite, except Callie, and I would definitely recommend staying away from that, as much as I love her. She bites. Now, on to other things. This is a gameplay from all of us the other night. We've been getting on a lot lately and just getting up in a group, which is really nice. One of the things that I'm really enjoying is playing with other random players. I found a lot of people who have found us on YouTube and have got to know us just from watching videos and random players that we just pick up along the way when we go into pubs on our own. And we're really starting to expand our community, and it's a really nice feeling. So what I figured I would talk about is some more about me. I know a lot of people don't really know much about me and stuff, so I figured I would give a full intro on who I am and talk about what I do, as much as I can on the what I do part anyway. So everyone knows, or if you're watching, you probably know, as I said earlier, my name is Jesse. I'm a grad student at University of Maryland majoring in cybersecurity, and I love it. It's a blast. I love pen testing. I love being on the overall scale of what's going on and having an influence on our intelligence networks and seeing how things work from the ground up. It's a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend going and reading some of the white papers, especially that SANS Institute and NIST put out. It's some really great work. Now, one of the things that most people don't understand is that when people say white hat versus black hat, they don't really understand the difference. They just think hacking, and they don't understand that hacking is a process, just like cooking. You can either make like beef stroganoff and these beautiful like white wine and basil herb chicken dishes, or you can cook spaghetti and meatballs. Well, for me, burn spaghetti and meatballs, but that's besides the point. The result is the end process. Like, that determines whether it's good or bad. You're either successful at cooking or you suck at it. Same thing with hacking and doing the pen testing. What the end result is determines whether it's good or bad. And that's a really cool thing about it that makes it misconstrued to the normal public. Other than that, I'm a musician. I play trumpet and I'm learning piano. I also play flugelhorn, French horn, baritone, and a little bit of mallet instruments, aka vibes and marimba, on the side. Not like Jeremy, my brother, aka Striker Lee 112, who can rock out the guitar and the violin and the piano and do all those classical instruments, but I'm still solid. I marched with the Hawthorne Caballeros for Drum and Bugle Corps, so check them out if you get bored. It's a really great group of people. It's a family up there. And if you don't know what drum corps is, it's basically a professional marching band without woodwinds. YouTube DCI and DCA, and you'll see what it is. And I definitely recommend checking it out. It's an entirely unique system of marching that is basically special unto itself. There's nothing else like it in the world. It's marching major leagues, pretty much. Now, the other big thing that I do is my sorority. And yeah, you're thinking, why is a guy in a sorority, and how did a guy get into a sorority? And then, how do I, as a guy, get into a sorority? People think that first conception is that people think that I'm a flaming person, and while I might come off as slightly stirring the Kool-Aid that way, it is incorrect. Yes, I am Metro. Yes, I have lots of shoes and clothes, and I like to look nice, but that does not mean I stir my Kool-Aid the right way. Now, why am I in a sorority? My sorority is Tau Beta Sigma, which is a national honorary band service sorority, and what it does is it serves the bands. There's a brother organization called Kappa Kappa Psi, and both of them are co-ed. So you can be a girl in KK Psi and a guy or Mr. Sister in TBS. Why did I choose TBS? Well, that's a long story, but for the most part, why wouldn't a guy choose a sorority? I mean, it's a sorority. That's guys' dreams. They dreams of being around girls all the time. So for the guys that would love to get into a sorority, I'm living your dream right now, and I'm loving it. And one of the cool things that we do is support music all across the nation. And if you have looked at our national concert series for the LA Symphony, New York Symphony, Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, all these big professional ones, even the Chicago Philharmonic and them. One of the things that's saving music is modern music, such as video games. Video games are having a huge, huge, huge influence on reviving classical music, whether it's pieces from like Call of Duty or Mass Effect, all the way to Nobuo Uematsu from Final Fantasy, who is a fantastic composer. These artists are what's going to save music. One of the other things that we do is projects such as Project Protect Music and the March for Music, where we are organizing national drives and conventions and conferences and stuff that are going to help raise money and awareness inside our society for all of these issues. Now, speaking of issues inside of our society, I just wrote a paper on pretty much privacy policy. And one of the things that I was asked by my professor is, how do I feel about piracy? And we discovered that like 40% of software piracy is in gaming. So I'd like to ask you guys, how do you see piracy influencing the gaming industry? I know that it has a huge impact on the music industry. I think it was Kayla from SiriusXM Octane who was saying that back in the day, artists were funded by the record companies to go on tours, and that's how they paid for them. They would go, they'd make their money, they'd pay back the record company or their supporter, and then they would pocket the rest. And that was one of the big ways that music got around to people, was from tours. But now, with the advent of piracy and shared music and all of that, people don't do that. Bands don't go on tours because they won't support it. So you've got these record companies who are just saying, well, we're not going to do anything. We can't pay to support you guys to go on tour, so the bands don't go on tour. They just lose money, and now the music industry is actually going downhill because no music is coming out. There's really nothing else. If you look at the 80s, and even as far back as the 70s and the 60s, the amount of bands that were being released, they were being released based on their tours, and that's how they were getting the info out. Now, we don't have all that now. I'm sure there are some big tours like the Sounds of Music tour, the Avalanche tour, Family Values tour, hosted by Korn, was a fantastic one. I saw it twice. But it's those types of things that really got music out to me, and bands that I never would have even listened to, such as 10 Years, Dead Sea, whose lead singer is Elijah Allman, which is the son of Cher and Greg Allman, rather. Those types of things. Oh, and Bullets and Octane, Stone Sour, Deftones, bands that I had never heard of, even though I considered myself a pretty solid music fan, and I've definitely turned things around on that. But I definitely recommend checking tours out and going and seeing your local bands and stuff, and going from there. Sorry, I'm watching this video. I didn't realize this is my first time watching this video from earlier today, and I didn't realize that I was doing that nasty. One of the other things, speaking of doing nasty, that I recommend is if you don't have someone to play with and you're going into your own individual games and need a group to play with, hit me up. I'm really easy to get a hold of. Just send me an invite. My gamer tag is Antifreak, which is all over my page everywhere. I'm really easy to get a hold on. I'm on Xbox like 12 hours a day, whether I'm playing or not. And if I'm not busy, hell, I'll jump on and play with you. I really like to play and to get to know new people, and that's the only way that we really grow as a community, and it's to foster and support each other in as many ways possible. So hit that up. I know this is a long video. It's like 17 minutes long. I don't know how we played this long, but I think it's almost over. I think we're at like 10 minutes now. And now I'm really like, I went through all of the stuff that I was going to talk about and I had on my list, and I still have like 6 or 7 minutes left. I've got people texting me and stuff. I got Skype blowing off with all 4 of our chats. Speaking of our chats, how many other groups of you guys use Skype? And do you prefer it over site-based systems such as forums and stuff? I know it's convenient and easy, but there are other ways that you can do things. But Skype seems to be like an easy way to control and manage communications inside of an organization. Stanley Cup. Oh, I completely forgot about that. That was something I want to talk about. Stanley Cup playoffs started last night, and my team, the Washington Capitals, pulled it out in overtime, 2-1 over the Rangers. Yeah, go Caps. I hate the Rangers. because they shut us out 6-0 and 7-0 this season, which was not good. We were definitely rocking it last night, rocking the red. All my friends went to the game, didn't tell me they were going, so I got a call. Actually, I got a picture from them. It was them down on the goal ice. They were like 8 rows up. They got tickets for like $160 off of StubHub. Wish I'd known they were going. So I'm trying to go to the game on Friday night. But expect one of these. Oh, one of the projects I'm doing. I've got my new projects, Let's Just Destroy, which are going to be flawless search and destroy games. My first one is up, which is 10-0. And I have a couple more of those that I'm going to be putting up. All of them are to metal music because I want to get different types of music out. People put the same types and the same bands out, and I want to really push the music and not just the gameplays, because everyone sees videos all the time. But I want to try to bring something unique to each video. I also am working on an ABCs of Call of Duty montage where I'm going to start with Black Ops, and I want to do basically a montage kill feed of every single weapon in the game, or primary weapon. It's going to be hard to get like a triple and a quad using just a MP5. Well, an MP5 should be easier, but the little pistols. I was thinking the CZ75. Even the CZ75 would be a pain in the ass to do. I mean, Pythons you might be able to do it because it packs the punch, but the Makarov and the ASP, definitely not. I don't see. So if you've got a video of getting a triple or a quad with an ASP or a Makarov, put it up. I'd love to see it. Definitely, and I will even post it over here if you want. Other projects is I've got like 40 videos stockpiled that I'm going to start uploading, so expect a video a day from me for the next like month and a half, 2 months. I really want to stop being lazy and get back into the community and basically just overhaul and put out as much content as possible for all of the people to watch. So I'm sorry I've been slacking, and I'm going to be a more responsible YouTube commentator from now on. Now with that said, winding down, we got like 3 minutes left. So I figured I'd ask you. I know a lot of you have Facebooks and stuff, and I have a Facebook, which is obviously Antifreak, like everything else. What do you guys expect from communities? I'm curious to see what you guys want and what you guys anticipate coming in terms of content, game types, open lobbies, that kind of stuff. And then what do you want us to see in videos? It's like we know what we want to do, but sometimes we do things without really considering or knowing what you guys want. So if you guys gave us what you would like to see, like if someone wants to see a game using just an M16 with a silencer, I'll put an M16 with a silencer on and see how good I can do. I think I might take that as a challenge. So how about we start a new project where we do a game challenge? You give me a weapon that you want to see a gameplay in, and I will go do that weapon. And regardless of whether it comes out good or not, I will put it online for judging. And with that said, I am about wrapped up on this one. So expect lots of videos, more stuff. I know our fearless leader Anna said that there are a few minor glitches left with the website before we can do a full hard opening. So be on the lookout for that anytime in the next, I would say 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something in that area. Get ready because DM8X is coming, and we're not going to be coming out lightly. I expect a full opening launch and a lot of cool stuff coming with it. Oh, we've got an overtime in this game too? I need to pay attention. Definitely pay attention. Blah blah blah. Oh man, we've got a new Halo division coming. We've got a Battlefield division. Sorry, now I'm just rambling, but looking over all the stuff we have. Another chopper gunner? Jesus. I just want to say that I love watching, like I've got Hutch on Facebook, and I love listening to his like commentaries and his comments and stuff, because he is not only a knowledgeable individual about the gaming industry, but his witty, subtle sarcasm that it cracks me up. Like there's almost always a comment per day that I can watch one of his videos and it'll put a smile on my face. So if you don't even know who Hutch is, well, shame on you. But if you haven't seen his videos, go watch him. I'm sure he's a fantastic guy. I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about him other than, oh my god, he's a god. But go check him out. He's got some really cool stuff. And with that said, I will be jetting out of here to go get on Call of Duty Black Ops while uploading this. So if you want to hit me up, I am online as of now. everyone takes it easy. Enjoy the gaming. Mortal Kombat is coming out this Friday, I believe. So check that out as well. I've heard great things about it. Well, so is Harry Potter, but I have a feeling I'm going to get Harry Potter 7 before I get Mortal Kombat. Shame on me. So, but check both of them out because they're both fantastic. And Harry Potter is like the Star Wars of our generation, and it's finally getting to where it should be, aka a PG-13 to rated R movie, which it should have honestly been from book 4. If you haven't read the books, book 7 is like Vietnam at Hogwarts, and there's death and destruction and bright, flashy Star Wars Matrix-esque graphics everywhere. So check it out. It's out Friday. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up, whether on AIM or Skype. Everything is Antifreak. And until my next video, which is tomorrow, I will see all of you on the battlefield.